If you are a Mint customer and you travel a lot, it's a good idea to familiarize yourself with how the international roaming packages work so you know how much you're paying and maybe if it's worth exploring other options for international roaming, especially seeing how Mint has actually revamped how exactly their roaming works back in early 2024. So how does it work now? Well, it's pretty simple and for the most part for short trips, pretty cheap. You can get a $5 one-day pass, which will grant you 1 GB of data, as well as 60 minutes for calls and 60 text messages for the next 24 hours. You can also purchase a 3-day pass for a longer trip for $10, which gives you unlimited data, though just 3 GB of high-speed data, as well as 200 call minutes and 200 texts. Finally, they also have a 10-day plan for $20, which once again provides unlimited data, though this time 10 GB being high speed, as well as 500 minutes and 500 text messages. Now, most people probably don't take trips longer than those 10 days. However, if you are overseas for longer than that, then the cost can add up pretty quickly. For example, a whole month away would be a total of $60. What's more, not all countries are actually covered. However, if you go to this part of their website, they have a special tool to check if your destination supports this program. So while in most countries you are going to have to pay if you're actually going to Canada, they do offer free roaming there. You get free unlimited calls, texts, and also 3 GB of data a month. You also get free calls and texts if you go to Mexico as well, so that's very much a neat bonus. So the best thing you can do is just compare and see if it's going to be worth taking this deal from Mint, or maybe look at some other options elsewhere. eSIM packages, like for example from Airalo have become a very popular method to get cheap data while you are away, though keep in mind that services like that though only usually offer data. You don't get minutes for calls or text messages included in the package. However, that can be very easily substituted by just using something like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger to call via internet instead. There's also, of course, other carriers that can have better international roaming packages, so if you're gone out of the country a lot, it could also be worth it to check those out and seeing how competitive they are compared to Mint's offerings. Now, again, for shorter trips, they can still be a pretty good price, though it really just depends on what you're after, how much data you need, and also if you need things like calls and texts in the first place. So hopefully you found this explainer helpful. If you did, then maybe subscribe to How to Authority for more like this in the future.